Well, my hair is a mess. So, I'm not talking about like hot takes I've seen on the internet or anything. These are my I would assume my hot takes. There's no like real order, like the worst hot take to the least hot take I have, or vice versa. These are just takes I had off the top of my head, and I put them to a list, and here we are. So if you agree or disagree with my hot takes, or you have your own hot takes, comment down below, tell me what you think, and now let's get on with the video. So I never had a problem with Dixit, even when it first started coming up and all that. The memes were pretty funny, and I knew a lot of people who joked around about it. They didn't take it seriously like me, but I totally understand if you had an issue with it, not having your favorite Pokemon in Legends Arceus, and in Scarlet and Violet, with Scarlet and Violet too, but Sword and Shield. So let's talk about this Dixit thing, just real quick. I had a little fun when I was writing the script, so I did a little bit of math. Wow, can I stutter anymore? So I wrote it down here. So going by Bulbapedia, and assuming they have accounted for the DOC, in Sword and Shield, 234 Pokemon were unattainable. That leaves a little over 74% of Pokemon from the National Dex at the time. And I also did Scarlet and Violet. Again, we're using Bulbapedia, and according to them, 292 Pokemon were unattainable. And since this is next gen, there are a little bit more Pokemon, but that still leaves 733 Pokemon, or a little over 71%, kept in the National Dex. But it probably doesn't bother me that much because I have Pokemon Home, so I can kind of keep all my Pokemon to a degree, the ones I do have. I am currently working on a living dex on Pokemon Home. Kind of fun. I gotta keep up with it. It's been a couple months. But I don't think it matters that much anyway, or anymore, considering I don't really hear about it anymore. Like, these days, like, it's probably the first time you heard about it in, like, years, probably. But you know, it's like some of them were because, well, you gotta catch them all. And I'm over here like, when was the last time that slogan was talked about? Like, I think in the games, I think the last games were Ruby and Sapphire. I don't think Emerald or Leaf Green, Fire Red said that, but I know for a fact Emerald and Sapphire, or Ruby and Sapphire, had that slogan on them. And I think in the anime, X and Y was the last thing to say it, I think. I could be wrong. Anyway, they've been saying that since Gen 1, and that's another hot take I have. I don't care about Gen 1. I'll just show you this for a second. Unless they're from the Switch games. Oh. I'm not sure about Let's Go. I don't play Let's Go anymore. That's the worst game I've ever played. Literally the worst game. Not just Pokemon game. The worst game I've ever played is Let's Go Pikachu.
Well, that's a hot take, and all four of your viewers are going to crucify you.
Yeah. And people will go like, it's a great game because it goes through the Kanto rate. We got so many games in Kanto! I'm a little salty.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
I don't think the people that in the Bible that looked back and got turned to a pillar of salt are as salty as you.
Look how many times we've been in Kanto, and I consider the Gen 2 and Gen 2 remakes as a point for that. I mean, I'm not going to go around saying it's bad. It's not. Gen 1 is not bad. In fact, I do respect it to a degree, because if we didn't have it, we wouldn't have what we have now. Which, to be fair, kind of mix and match feelings on that. But you know what I'm trying to say. Look how many times they've milked Charizard. I mean, I've joked about it. I saw this one Pokemon, and I was like, oh, it's another Charizard. Also, we'll get to it later, but I have to talk about Pikachu. That's for a separate thing, though. So I could have put this under the Dexit thing, but I think Sword and Sword. I could have put this under the Dexit thing, but I think Sword and Shield were actually decent. I mean, could they have looked better? Absolutely. But I'm not somebody who plays games just to see if it looks good. I mean, we have Undertale, Deltarune, the old game. I still play older games. Like, I play Pac-Man and Tetris. I mean, you're not going to make that look good. I mean, you can, but I can still play the old games. I'm not there to play just to look at pretty stuff. Does it help? Sure. But I'm mostly there for the gameplay and the story, if it needs a story. I really enjoyed the story to Sword and Shield. Now, don't get confused. I had a special portion about how things looked in my Legends Arceus video. But I wasn't talking about how it was looking, but how it was running. And speaking of Scarlet and Violet, I said it in my Legends Arceus video. It probably would have been the best game up there with Legends Arceus. If you want more info on that, watch my Legends Arceus video. It's pretty cool. I watch it occasionally on my own time, which is crazy because I usually cringe at my own videos, even the newer ones, but sometimes I just make a video and I go yeah, that's a good one. I really enjoy the sprites and models equally, but if we had to compare, if I had to choose, Gen 5 sprites, peak. I love Gen 5 sprites. The 3D models are looking really good, especially in Scarlet and Violet, but it could be because of a different engine. I'm not entirely sure. But I mean, if you look at Pokemon Go, you see, I forgot the Pokemon's name. And it sucks because I really like the name of it. It's the pig from Scarlet and Violet. If you compare that from Go to Scarlet and Violet, yeah, the Scarlet and Violet ones look better. Speaking of Pokemon Go, Pokemon Go is so much better now than it was when it started. I mean, everybody was talking about it when it first came out in 2016. And people were saying it's the best thing ever, and I'm I played it for a couple months here and there at the time, and I'm it's bare bones maximum. And I kind of just stopped playing it because I was just waiting for the stuff that they said it was going to be in there. And 3 years later, one day in college, I downloaded it on a whim, and I opened it up, and ever since I've been playing it more now. I mean, I didn't totally forget about it between those 3 years. There was the occasional big news story that came out from it, but I was still kind of no, we'll wait. Also, on a side note, remember that Pokemon Go kid? Yeah, check out his newer works. I highly recommend it. This is good stuff, really good stuff. I like the gimmicks they think up of. I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I do plan on making a video on the gimmicks. That actually will be a tier list kind of video. Oh boy, I got a lot of Pokemon stuff to talk about. I'm becoming a Pokemon YouTuber now. And now the last one. This is probably I saved the best for last. I said it wasn't top 8 because there's 8 takes on this list I made, but I think the biggest take I have, it's probably going to get some people upset. Probably for the out of all the takes I have, this is probably going to make the worst. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this. Pikachu as a mascot sucks. I mean, I think there was some points I've heard that they were actually going to use a different Pokemon for a mascot, but that's besides the point. It's just, I just don't Pikachu is great. I like Pikachu the next guy, but golly. So back in the day, there was a handful of times I was made fun of because I liked Pokemon. It is what it is. It was high school. I think middle school, I don't remember, but like high school, like I don't care. I hated high school to begin with. I'm not gonna see y'all like ever. There's a huge chance I'm not gonna run into these people from high school. Like I was just ready to get out anyway. Like I don't care. I'm never gonna see y'all again, right? You know. But it was so funny because there'd be sometimes like there's only like a couple of times where somebody would like come up and try to like what's the word I'm looking for? They would like try to defend me to a degree. But it was so cringy when they did it because they'd be like, yeah, I like Pikachu's cute though. It's okay. And I'm just over here like, I just kind of like, yeah, and I just move on my way. And I'm just like, I can't tell if they were being genuine or not. And I'm just like, okay, great. And I go on. I'm like, oh no. Oh my God. I mean, they could be being genuine, but like I said, it was high school, so who knows. And that probably didn't help the fact that I wasn't crazy about Pikachu as being the mascot. It's like, yeah, Pikachu's cute, yeah, okay. Anyway, if I was able to choose, they came up to me and said, we need a mascot. If I wanted a cute Pokemon to be the mascot, it would probably be Jigglypuff, and I think I heard that was what it was going to be originally, or Marill or something like that, I don't remember. But if I wanted a cool mascot, it would be Charizard, even though I know what I said, or Rhydon. But that's all I have to talk about. I think I've said everything I need to say. Like I said, if you agree or disagree with what I said, tell me down below. If you like the video, like it, subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell icon so you know when I upload again. Check the links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.